Hi-Fi Rush was announced also during this developer direct. Not only was it announced, it was surprise dropped. Players
Mm-hmm.
could play it right away. It is like a rhythm-based game almost, where you have to do your combos to the beat. And if you do the combos to the beat, you get a super combo, like oh boy, right there. I thought it was. That's my voice.
Got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I thought that was super cool.
Oh yeah.
For them to announce it. It was a surprise announcement from Tango Gameworks, and players could take the role of Chai, a free-spirited slacker, for whatever that means, with rockstar ambitions, whose music is infused into his chest. So he's musical Iron Man. Nice. It's a rhythm-based action game with licensed music, which I thought was really cool. So they have from bands like Nine Inch Nails. I think I saw Ozzy Osbourne in there. So the fact that you would have licensed music, I think that games have long strayed away from licensed music because it's so expensive.
It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No,
when it comes to licensed music and stuff like that, a lot of like people want these games to be streamed and out on YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that with copyright rules and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to put that into your game nowadays. I would like if a game were to do this, they give you an option to say not have copyrighted or not copyrighted music, because then you could stream it and whatever else. But I like that they do have the copyrighted music in there, just for the fact that like Nine Inch Nails is a W. If they have Ozzy Osbourne in there, that's even better.
Oh, the W is so massive. I can't control it.
The W, the wins, Bethesda wins. This presentation is awesome. Like, I am loving every second of this.
I don't understand like why video game companies and the music industry just don't the head what was it, the power shaker, the handshake of power, like
the big shake, like get it,
like why not get together? Because streamers is free promotion, and if the music slaps, you are, I think, a Guitar Hero and how many songs that opened up for me, not even knowing, just because I was never exposed to it. So imagine if you do that with a band that someone's never heard of. Like, I'm a huge Evanescence Hailstorm fan. If you've never heard of Hailstorm and you hear it in a song, or especially a boss battle, imagine killing your favorite boss to I'm trying to think of a Nine Inch Nails, a Hand That Feeds, and you're just like, do you bite the hand that feeds?
Yeah, you're just like, oh man, cool. I've had moments like that too. Like, I was like how you said, like you're beating a boss, and it's just this crazy moment. Your blood's pumping. You're like, this is a moment. And if anybody has played Sonic Frontiers, the first boss you play, there was a Kellen Quinn song. It's called Undefeatable, and it is one of my favorite songs now to date. And when I heard that song and it was playing during the Sonic fight, dude, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. The blood was flowing, and I'm just like spamming this boss. I'm like square, triangle, circle. I'm like doing combos, but it's like, that's why these games are so cool. So when it comes to Hi-Fi Rush, and like, it's a rhythm-based game, so you're just sitting there and you're hacking, slashing, and then you time up these combos and you get a cool little effect, and you're just hitting to the beat, and it's just like you feel good, and you can just play for like the flow and just playing for a very, very long amount of times. I have been wanting to put I saw one of my favorite content creators, the Black Hokage, him and Gaming Illuminati. They've been talking about this game like crazy, tweeting about this game. And ever since I've saw it, and then just seeing that little bit of a clip, I would love to try it out. Would this be a game that you would want to play as well? Like, it looks great.
Yeah. I love rhythm games, and I'm going to say goodbye, Nicktana. It was nice knowing you. Enjoy. You're going to meet Sonic Games. Nice meeting you. See you in hell. I love rhythm games. I used to be really good at DDR, and I will say that the songs I was best at, I remember the rhythm and some of the words. Like, there's a song called Cartoon Heroes, and a part where it's really complicated. I do like the words like da, 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 and I'm not even playing anymore. My feet are just like, we got this, girl. Don't worry about it. But I think that's really interesting about rhythm games, especially if you use a song, licensed music that people would hear on the radio. You already know it's popular. You already know the song. And if you have to keep in time, it's easier to be like, I've been working on the railroad. Instead of trying to hear, like, don't get me wrong, Escape from the City slaps. But it wasn't something that I heard on the radio. So I'm hearing it straight from the city now as an adult, like, oh, the song is the best. Sonic, you know.
Oh, Escape from that is
Come with me.
it's such a great song.
You know what I mean? But like now, like when you hear songs like that, or even if it's popular, like a Little Nas X or a Doja Cat song, you beating someone's butt to that, you're gonna remember that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Imagine like if even now, like all the TikTok songs you hear that just keep on repeating in your head and stuff like that, and then eventually you're like, all right, I'm adding it on Spotify. So like,
what the hell is this song?
Yeah. And then Raph also made a good point. Like all these games we are saying by Bethesda again on Game Pass, like basically the subscription is giving you this game for free, and it's fun, and it's something that like if you test it out. I mean, it's not like you spent the however many bucks, like games are 60, 70 bucks nowadays. They give you the option to try this game out. And it's a gem like this that people would probably overlook if you had to pay the money for it. Now that's on Game Pass, you can go ahead and try it out with no complications.
Yeah, that's one of the interesting things I do like about Game Pass. If you can afford it every month, because it's hard, tough times out here. Daddy.
Oh yeah. It's true.
But there's so many games that's just not like you're not getting your bang for your buck. Because like you said, even if it's something you're like, I like that, but I'm not spending $60 on it.
That's true.
You don't have to. You spend $60, you get all of these.
And we could even talk about like the amount of times where like a new game will come out or an exclusive. Like Deathloop was my problem. I spent $60 on Deathloop. I think like 2 weeks later it dropped down to 40, then it dropped down to 30. So like it's even like if you buy a game day one, you spend that $60, like you might as well just wait now and to buy some of these games. Like getting it day one isn't even worth it now. So
you heard it here first. Nicktana says if you buy it day one, you're getting finessed.
Finesse for sure, man. I should have just waited for Deathloop when it was $20. I looked at this, I was like, hey.
You're like,
hey, hold on. I'm like, hold on. This game looks awesome, but I was like, hold on. I would have loved to pocket that 40. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How come I had to pay $60?
Right. My wallet's crying right now, man.
Same. My wallet's been crying since the night.
It's like cry for help.
Let us know if Hi-Fi Rush is a game you would play, if Xbox Game Pass makes it worth it.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. Otherwise, we'll start posting spoilers about your favorite new movies.